Okay, guys, we're officially recording. Hello, everybody. It is April 16th already. And we are really, really excited to talk to you guys tonight. We're bringing you guys some really awesome value from two leaders tonight, Michelle and Debbie. And Michelle just did a training with the Meltons, so she's got actual deets to share with us from that, which we're really excited about. And hopefully Debbie, at least we can hear her, but we might not be able to see her tonight, but she's going to be sharing some of her tips too. So we are excited to hear from everyone tonight. There you are, my gorgeous friend. Yay. Okay. So who wants to go first? Anybody? All right, Debbie, it's you. Let's unmute you. Are you unmuted?
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Well, first of all, I want to thank you guys for inviting me to share. I know kind of what I'm going to just be sharing is technically things that we already know, probably. And I'm just going by the scripts and following those. I think I've just been messaging a lot of people. Like if people will comment on a post of mine, or if they're in stories and I see that they've seen my story, I will go message them and I will tell them, thanks, I saw that you saw my story. And if it was something to do with a coffee, I will make the message something about, I really appreciate your support. I wondered if you are open or if you're wanting more information about our product or our business. If not, I'm glad that you're supporting me either way. So I'll do that. And then the other thing I do is I will just, like I said, I use the scripts, and I probably should pull one up on my phone as I'm doing this. I have them saved in my notes on my phone, and I will just go in there and use it. But when I message people, I usually say, if they've been following me a while, I will go back and message them and say, hey, I don't know if you've seen my post about the Happy Coffee, which helps with mood, decreases stress and anxiety, burns fat, reduces food cravings, increases mental clarity and memory. And then I'll say, are you open to hearing more about it? If not, no biggie. And so I just leave it in their court. And then if they say, sure, I want more information, then I usually send them a script that I've got that is, I include the landing page in it. And then I tell them that I'm going to invite them to the Dynasty Happiness group. And then ask them when they join the group to let me know. And then I will text them back and then say, if you've joined the group, I want to tag you in the welcome post. And also, what I try to do too sometimes is, as I'm conversing with them, find out what their pain point is. Which one of these, that's why I put in there what the Happy Coffee does. So then I can say, which one of these benefits are you most interested in for yourself? So then I can kind of know how to gear the rest of my conversation with them, or to tag them in certain posts on the Dynasty Happiness Project.
That is amazing. You are amazing. I'm reading the comments. I don't know if you're reading the comments as well.
No, I am not.
Okay, so shout out to you, girlfriend, who brings in about 10 to 20 customers a month, you guys. Debbie is on fire. So what I got from that was that she follows the system, and this system works. She's proof that the system works. So Stephanie wants to know if you would be willing to post some screenshots maybe of some conversations or scripts that you use. Obviously, I think you've probably gotten some of them from the file section in the Dynasty, sounds like. But if there's any you know, it is good to see conversation sometimes. I know like how in the actual messenger, for whatever reason, it looks different, right? Like it's different to see their comments. So we can definitely get some of those shared. Honestly, would probably be good to maybe get an album together and we can all kind of add to it as leaders, not just, you know, one person sharing what
Oh,
they're,
that'd be a great idea.
yeah, and we can all kind of go in there, and it'll just be a photo album, just kind of like how we have that photo album with all of the curiosity posts. We can kind of do the same thing here, and that way it'll be really good as we grow to show, especially newbies and new people who've never been in network marketing before, to see like, listen, like this is what we're actually using. These are the conversations we're actually saying. And here's kind of how we make them our own, right? So that was just kind of a random idea, and I loved that. That was a great question, Stephanie. So I think we will go ahead and do that, and then that way everybody can kind of add to it too. So, okay, Debbie, that was amazing. Look it, we just came up with a great, great idea on the spot right there. So kudos to you because you triggered that one. Great job, great job. We do now want to hear from the beautiful Michelle, who's got some awesome tidbits. Did I miss any other questions, you guys? No, I don't think so. Does anybody have any specific questions for Debbie before we move on over to Michelle? And it's totally cool. If not, and if you do think of something, we can always go back, but just want to throw that out there. Such a simple business. Yeah, guys, this is super fun. So, okay, Michelle, you are on board. I'm unmuting you, girl. You're unmuted. It's all you. Let's go. Let's hear it.
Hi, everyone. I think there's a little bit of a lag, so if you can't hear me, well, let me know and I can hop on my phone. But if you can hear me, that's great.
We can hear you.
Okay. I'm super excited because I took this webinar last Wednesday with the Meltons on ATM. And at first I wasn't going to take it because we've been doing ATMs for quite a while and I figured we pretty much had it down. But I learned so much stuff that is going to be so useful in the ATM groups that we do have. First of all, they do recommend to have two, and because there are pros and cons to both, but actually the pro to having two is when you have all products and customer-based people in one group, it can get really massive, and there's going to be a lot more of those kind of people in that group. And then when you have somebody looking for just straight information on the business, they're going to get kind of frustrated looking through all like the testimonials and the product info and stuff like that. I know we tag them in certain posts regarding the business, but they just said that it works better if you have one strictly business focused and one strictly product focused. And in both groups, you want to have like massive social proof and testimonials in each group. You also want to do like recognition and results posts. And I know we don't do a lot of recognition on the business side of it, but say like in the business, if we had the business ATM up and running, we would give rank advancement shout outs, you know, first customer shout outs, first paycheck shout outs, things like that, because you really want them to feel like they're part of the community and they're getting to know the people that are in the group, especially if they're going to be joining the business or whatever. And as far as the customer side of it, you always want to, when you get a new customer, they recommend like putting up a post saying, hey, Shelly just ordered Dose for the first time. She's super excited to try it. She can't wait to see some of the benefits she's getting. That way the people in the group can interact with her and make her feel more part of the community. And that's basically what they want, or what they recommend is that they want people that are in the groups to feel like they're already part of the team before they're actually part of the team. So especially for the business, it makes it an easier transition when they do join because they already feel like they've connected with some people and they've gotten to know some people. And they also recommended just having one announcement post in each group one announcement post for products and maybe just having the separate list of YouTube videos or different videos on one announcement post and just tagging everybody in that, not having like a separate post for each product, because it gets kind of jumbled and messy, and then you're constantly tagging people in 3 or 4 or 5 different posts. And then it just makes it a lot easier just to have everybody in one place with the instructions on how to navigate the group and how to look for the information regarding the product. Same as the business. They said once they're in the business ATM, nothing is a secret anymore. So you share everything about your comp plan, which we already do, the cost to join, the different packages, any promotions you're having, things like that. They also recommended to do like, instead of, how we do in like the behind the scenes, we have people go in and they share their testimonies about the business or the product. They recommend in the ATM groups that you do like a highlight story each week or a featured story, and especially in the business group. And they prefer it. They said that it's better to do like a live video interview type deal and not just have like one person go on there and say, hey, I earned my first paycheck, or I rank advanced or something like that. Actually have like one of the leaders or their upline, whoever that may be, do an interview and have like a featured story each week. Let's see, what else do I got? Oh, no FAQ sections or question and answer sections. The reason for that is because they say that eliminates the reason for them to reach out to you if they do have questions. And most people will look at the FAQ section or the question and answer video or whatever it is and basically make up their mind without reaching out or asking the person that added in there, the question that they're looking for. And that's what we always wanted them to do, is reach back out to us, right, to ask questions. So we don't want any of that in there. What else don't we want? I think that's pretty much it. And I think we're doing a pretty good job with what we have already. I think they just need to be like maybe cleaned up a little bit, and one focused solely on business and one focused solely on products. And I think that would help a lot of us really recruit more. And another reason they were saying is to have both is because it really forces us to ask the questions that even myself, a lot of us don't ask when we're prospecting, if they're more interested in the business or if they're more interested in the products. I know a lot of us just add them into one group and they're not sure. So that really forces us to ask the question, hey, are you just looking to lose some weight or feel better or whatever? Or are you more open to the business opportunity as well? And then if they say they're open to both, then you can add them in both or navigate it from there, however you want to do it. But it really forces us to ask that question. That way we can know our prospects' needs and wants right away instead of guessing later on, So that's pretty much it. And I was really super excited about it because the way they have their setup. And then I also have like a script I can add later. It's after you've added them to the ATM group, it just has like a script of, step-by-step instructions. Most of us already do that anyway. Like, I've added you to this group. This is what the group's called. I tagged you in the announcement. Please read the announcement. The only thing different that I noticed was make sure to watch the video and the announcement post, and then I'll follow back up with you if I don't hear from you first. See, I usually don't say that. I just tell them I'll follow back up with them, in a few days or whatever. But I like that part where it says if I don't hear from you first, which kind of gives them an idea, hey, like I'm waiting for you to get back to me, but if not, I'm going to be getting back to you. That way they know that you're going to be getting back to them regarding the information that you shared with them. So that's pretty much it.
Yeah, that was awesome. That was super, super awesome, you guys. So I can tell you right now, just off the bat, because I know we're going to have some questions, this information and how awesome it was. And we will basically start to implement essentially everything that Michelle just said. So
and I have the replay of the webinar. I have the whole replay. So if we need to go back and look at it and, you know, break it down and really dive deep into it, we can do that still.
Very cool. So I will say, I'm assuming what's going to happen is the Dynasty's Happiness Project is going to most likely end up being our customer group, right? Yeah. Okay. That's going to end up being our customer group. And then Happiness Behind the Scenes, that's going to be our business side of group. That's right. That's the sneak peek into the business. So we've kind of already got the two groups going right now. We are going to hopefully get together another sneak peek here soon for you guys. We're going to give you guys details on all of that. Are we going to officially do that? I know we did talk about dates and stuff, but we are planning a sneak peek here for you guys soon. So just be prepared. We do like to clear it out. And the Dynasty is, no, not the Dynasty. The Dynasty's Happiness Project is the customer ATM. That's like the actual name of the group. So if you're, that's, and then because it is confusing. I have had people be confused by that. And then Happiness Behind the Scenes is going to be the business side of the ATM group, right? So we've got the customer ATM group is Dynasty's Happiness Project. Business side ATM group is going to be Happiness Behind the Scenes. So we'll kind of then take all of this information that we just got and really start molding the two so that we can all start utilizing them for prospecting, whether that is for customers or for business reps. So I did see Steph said, does everyone add to the landing page and the group? So I personally send the landing page first, just because it's easy for them to they want information quick, right? We are an instant, they don't want to spend the time looking through groups sometimes. But if you can pique their interest with the landing page, I find that they still want to do a little bit more research. And that's when I then say, okay, let me add you to, whichever group. So I really liked what Michelle had saying about having the two separate groups, because at that point, that's when you could ask, are you more interested, in just the products, or are you open to earning a couple, extra $100 a month or whatever it may be?
I just wanted to say one more thing.
Yeah.
And this isn't from John and Nadia Melton, but it's from Ray Higdon. I do send the landing page, and right after I do send the landing page, before I add them to the group, I say, by the way, if you're open to making any additional income, basically this is all I do is just send this video to people, and I add them to a private exclusive group. So then that way it puts it in their head like, oh, okay, that's basically all she's doing is sending this video to people or adding them in a group. So that kind of puts it in their head that it's not as complicated as some might think.
That makes sense. Definitely makes sense. And we're going to get it all, like we said, we'll get all of the details worked out for you guys. We just want to make sure that you guys, know that which group is which and which, what we're kind of focusing on for each group. But since we've kind of already got those two formed, and we've got a decent amount of people in each one, we might as well just keep them where they are, and then just kind of, like Michelle had said, clean them up, take this information that we've got, and, what do we say? Know better, do better. This is a constant learning curve, you guys. So that's why we love doing this stuff with you guys. Like, we're constantly learning with you too, right? Like, you may look at me as a leader or Megan as a leader, but it's funny because I literally look at all of you guys as leaders. Like, you guys bring just as much value to this team as, the way you think I bring value to the team. So this is awesome. And I love that we can do stuff like this and learn. So if anybody has any more input or has any more experience in ATM groups, so if you're brand new on this call, you may not know what an ATM group is. It stands for add, tag, and message. And they're basically just groups where you can add your prospects or customers or potential reps to, where they can find more information, obviously see a little bit more about us and our culture, get to know us a little bit more. So we're going to have 2 of those then officially, and we'll get all that details sorted out for you guys so that we can get that rolling. Well, that was awesome, you guys. Did I miss anything? I don't think so. Let me see. Okay, I do remember. We are going to do, okay, so Easter, this Easter is on Sunday, this Sunday, and we are going to plan a sneak peek. I wrote it down actually, starting on Monday, the 22nd, and running it to Wednesday, the 24th. So that is basically like less than a week from today. So start inviting. We are going to put it into the happiness behind the scenes. So start reaching out, utilizing that as a good way for follow-ups and get people in there. If you've got people already in there, you can let them know. We're going to highlight some more people and just really kind of build that group up like we said too. So I did write that down. I wanted to make sure, and before I said anything, what we had officially decided. So does anybody have any questions about the ATM group or anything that we just covered, or have any input that they want to? Did I miss anything?
So it looks like Candace asked about the Ray Higdon challenge.
Yeah.
So you guys should be getting your books. We're talking in these next couple days, if you haven't already. Some people I know are still waiting. We did start reading on Monday. So the form was posted in the Dynasty, the original form, the pre-challenge, and then she posted the one for the reading for this week with 5 action steps to do this week. So that is posted, so find that, do the action steps, then fill it out after you read it, and just click done in the comments. Is there anything specific, Candace, that you had questions about, or just kind of that?
So we are going to discuss the chapters, the pages 1 through 27, but we want to give you guys the week to actually read it, since we've got, some people like missing and stuff, or some people are still waiting for their books. So that's kind of that was our thought process, that we would just do it the week after everybody had. So we didn't forget about it. We did not forget about it. It is happening. But we just want to make sure that everybody gets caught up and we're not leaving anybody behind, in a sense. So, yeah, I'm excited. Hopefully you guys are loving the book so far. Maybe you've already read it. Maybe this is a multiple timer for me, but I love it every time. It is posted. Yeah, there are 2 forms posted in the Dynasty by me, so you could always just search my name if you need. And I think I might have put one of them as the announcement. I will go ahead and make the second one an announcement as well, just for the time being, so you guys can go ahead and make sure you're finding the forms. It'll be in the announcement section. I believe, like I said, I believe one of them is. I think I forgot to do the second one. So, and yeah, Audible, it is Ray and Jessica. I was surprised when it was Ray and Jessica, and I was listening to it for the first time. So yeah, good stuff, you guys. We will be discussing that next week. If anybody has any, nuggets that they have gotten takeaways from that, we hopefully will get a little bit more of a conversation happening on these team calls. That's really what we're kind of hoping to intermix alongside trainings as well. So yeah, you guys, that's all we have for you guys tonight. Thank you guys for hopping on. Stay tuned. Like I said, so Monday, yes, this upcoming Monday, we are going to start a sneak peek. So invite to that. It's going to be in happiness behind the scenes, and we'll get everything going and organized and the schedule out to everybody. So stay tuned. Thank you, Michelle and Debbie. You guys both freaking killed it tonight, per usual. We appreciate you. We love you guys, and hope you all have an awesome rest of your night. Talk to you all later. Bye. I love everyone waves. Goodbye.